this event very much a privilege to get to expose my country, Ghana, to all of you. And I also want to say that this presentation I'm doing, per the knowledge I have gained from Södertörn so far, is centered around social sustainability. Precisely, Sustainable Development Goal 4, quality education. Yes. Okay, so without much ado, I just want to say when I got here, I come from, Ghana is obviously a very hot country. You need light clothing. So moving from Ghana to here was such a shock. I always heard that in Sweden there is no bad weather but bad clothing. And I think I had my fair share of that because it was so cold, my blood was really clotting, if I should put it that way. So that was my first taste of Sweden. So this is just a brief history. Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah was the first president of Ghana, and our independence is 6th March 1957, and followed by, okay, not in chronological order, but in respect to my historical background, because I did a little bit of history in my high school, and these are some of the people I find that they have, to me, they have been very inspirational. So after Kwame Nkrumah is Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings. He is the first president of the Fourth Republic, and following him, John Ajikun Kufuor, John Evans Adam Mills, and then John Mahama. And the current president in Ghana is Nana Akufo-Addo. So these are the universities we have. Not only the universities, but these are the government universities we currently have in Ghana. University of Ghana is the premier university, followed by KNUST, that is my alma mater, first in Ghana so far, and the 12th in Africa. And we have University of Cape Coast in the Central Region, and then University of Development Studies. It's worthy of note that University of Development Study in the Northern Region was instituted by the late President Jerry John Rawlings. So because the university is situated in the Northern Region, which is less developed, so it is serving as a bridge between the less developed regions in Ghana and then developed regions. Now, the schooling in Ghana, obviously we have some libraries, maybe not so much IT inclined as far as I am concerned, because I completed about a decade ago. But hopefully it has very much improved. But the point is that it's very much resourced. Additionally, in Ghana, we do not call our lecturers as we may call maybe Marlin or by their first names. We have to address them sir, madam, or stuff like that, because culturally we believe that it is meant to show respect. On the other hand, I think calling my lecturers here by their first names gives me some sense of relatability. I can easily relate to them. So the bridge is very narrow, but at the same time, I'm able to express how I feel to them. So it enhances my educational experiences. So in both ways, I think I'm gaining. Well, there are limited scholarships, both for home and abroad. There is a revival in the vocational, technical, creative arts field in terms of education, because so far Ghana has been very much into the white-collar job, if I should put it that way. So there's much more emphasis on secretarial programs and science and technology. But in the past, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah made it an effort to make it very paramount. So that is why it has been revived alongside what President Rawlings did. Academic structure, well, we have about 4 courses that we do in a month. Our number of courses, so 4 courses, we have about 4 months in a semester. Our nature of exams, we have a mid-semester exam, and then final term exam. If you fail an exam, you cannot take it the same semester. You have to wait till then. the following year before you take it. Additionally, there are hostels on the campuses, both the government hostels. You don't have to go to the government hostels as long as private hostels. Most of them are on campus. You don't also have to join queues. Rather, if we have the system of in, out, in. First year, you are on campus because you are relatively new to the system. Second, third year, you are out of campus. Final year, because you need to do a lot of academic work, you have to come back on campus. So that's the in, out, in. And also, we have traditional halls. We have the Kwafu Hall, we have Volta Hall, we have the Republic Hall, Independence Hall, and amongst many others. You have to pay through the bank when you need to get to before you can get through to be accommodated. Well, why I decided to travel abroad, I've always had a very wild desire to experience other cultures, because I believe that having experiences from other perspectives would broaden my worldview, aside that it will not make me skew to just my own ways, but I can adapt to different environments, and this is very important for me. As a matter of fact, this year I was privileged to attend ESN Summit, ESN Welcome event at the City Hall, and the speaker told us that the architect of the hall had to travel from Sweden to another country to add on to his knowledge. So this really emphasizes that for me, knowledge is important from diverse backgrounds. So that is one of my reasons that I had to travel to Sweden. Of course, my bachelor's in social work, sociology, coupled with the Agenda 2030, which is currently what I am pursuing, is one of the things that I find that in Sweden is one of the leading countries globally for this Agenda 2030. And of course, I also heard that Södertörn is very progressive in terms of this, and I have experienced it. There's an instance that the current course that I am doing, I have to do a practical work going to an organization that is into art, creative art and culture, how they are able to blend sustainability. And this has been like a deja vu for me. I've been thinking about this for almost about 10 years now, and now coming to see it in Sweden, it's something I cannot quantify. So in terms of practicality, merging theory and practice in my studies, traveling to Sweden has been very effective for me. Well, aside that, why do you have to travel to Ghana? Of course, it will inform your worldview. You'd have different perspectives. As a matter of fact, this time, as I'm working on a project in school, I have realized that there are so many people who do not really have so much knowledge about Africa and Ghana, and in fact, other countries. So trying to blend, they're moving a little bit away from what they already know to what they are exposed or being exposed to. It's a little bit of a challenge that is causing a little bit of a friction. But if you're able to travel it and have a broader perspective, it will also inform your knowledge and then enhance your learning process. Ghana is a great place for social work. I have had the privilege to work privately as a social worker, in volunteering for organizations, or even for myself taking up private projects, because of course we all know it's a developing country, currently in the middle income. So there are a lot of social work to be done, but it is also very capital intensive. So this is something that we have to also take note. Aside that, Ghana's educational system creates or inspires imagination, because there's inadequate resources, I should put it that way, but the way it is being taught, it will inspire your mind to think beyond the box, so that you can be very innovative and creative as well. So for me, this is something I have had with me from childhood, and I hold it dearly to my heart. Aside that, it is very safe. You can walk in the streets any time of the day, in the night. You can go to your club. If you want, you can have parties. It is safe. And aside that, if if you are lucky, you can even have a bonus family before you come back home. So Ghana is culturally a very open country. You will not be surprised that even when you have arrived in someone's house, the next moment people are coming to you with bowls of food just to welcome you. So this is how hospitable the country or the people are. Even though I must admit that now things have taken a little bit of twist because of urbanization. But if you find yourself in some of the in some of the little towns, this is where the solidarity is. And I always love going there. I come back so fulfilled because human beings are made to connect. So when I come back from these areas, it's something I cannot give away freely. So I would really encourage you that if you travel to Ghana, maybe you can consider going to some of these areas as well. Our weather is hot, as I told you earlier on. So you need light clothing, you will need shorts, you will need slippers, you will need maybe singlet or t-shirts to walk around. And this picture you see is called the National Friday wear or traditional wear. Almost every day people are cladded in stuff like this. And it was introduced by President John Ajikun Kufuor, who came after Jerry John Rawlings, because it was meant to promote local artisans, their work, so that it can have some sort of, it can generate income for them, and in the long run help to promote the national economy through tax paying. Additionally, we have about 49 dialects. I speak Ewe because I have, my father is an Ewe. And we have Twi. Twi is unofficially the national language. We speak English together with Twi. We use English in official documentations in schools. And our favorite food, fufu with palm soup. We have our laisu, banku, and fish, and tiozafi. Our healthcare for students traveling outside Europe to maybe Ghana, healthcare is very important, as much as when I traveled from Ghana to Sweden. But we should take note that we have about 4 different government hospitals. Not just 4, but these are some of the main 4 different hospitals. We have Kolebu Teaching Hospital. We have Greater Accra Hospital, which is popularly known as Rage Hospital. We also have our 37 Military Hospital. It is walk-in, you don't have to join queues, as I have experienced here in Sweden. As soon as you have your money, you go into the outpatient department, and then they file you, you see your doctor, and then you come. The only time that you may have to join a queue is maybe when you have to be booked for a surgery or something like. Otherwise, if it is an emergency, you would quickly be attended to, because I have experienced something like that, so I can testify. There are so many interesting places you can go to, because learning, I believe learning is not just, being in school is not just the academics, but you have to also expand your horizon, because this also enhances the learning process. So there are some places, the Makola market is the largest market in West Africa, open market. And also we have Independence Square. That was where the first president, Kwame Nkrumah, he inaugurated Ghana, or ushered Ghana into independence. And this is one of the pivotal calendars on our educational curriculum. So we write exams, we sometimes write essays about it as well. We have Nima markets and Labich.
Sila, do you want to start wrapping up? Because
yes.
We have the next speaker.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I'm wrapping up. This is the last slide. So when you go to Ghana and then you hear someone call you Chale, it means you are his friend. Wahala is trouble. We have Boga, means someone who has just arrived from abroad. And then balance. Balance is change. You would likely have to join the public transport. You would have a good feel of it. So when you hear the mate saying balance, it means that he's giving you a change. A bus conductor giving you a change. So in a nutshell, I just want to say thank you, Akbekata, for the time. And I I believe that I have been able to encourage you to pursue social work as a volunteer, or even to start your own initiative, if you may, in Ghana, because that is what I can really testify to. Thank you very much.
So if you're a student at Södertörn, you can go for minor field studies and collect data for your thesis in Ghana. So we will travel further. We will